So the expectations are really high. Coming from last year, I didn't know what to expect, and now there's a standard. Coming in every day and just bringing energy and working hard.
When a microphone becomes a mirror. Expectations inside Chicago's Wintrust Arena felt like heavy summer humidity, sticky, unshakable, waiting for lightning. Angel Reese slid into the press room chair, nails gleaming LSU-purple, smile calibrated somewhere between playful and predatory. 12 months earlier, she'd walked in a rookie and walked out a marketing phenomenon. Tonight, she wore the aura of someone convinced the sequel would open bigger than the original. Then a beat reporter cut the air with a question so sharp you could almost hear fabric tear. Last year you said fans watch women's basketball because of you two, you and Caitlin Clark. 12 months later, do you still believe that? The room inhaled. Reese exhaled exactly 2 words. Next question. Cameras clicked. Keyboard stuttered. The oxygen seemed to flee toward the ceiling tiles. No laughter, no stats, no counter-narrative, just a verbal sidestep that revealed a gap between persona and proof large enough to drive a broadcast truck through. That 5-second exchange did more than trend. It became a magnifying glass on one of the WNBA's most volatile fault lines, hype versus hard data. But to understand how 2 syllables detonated like that, you have to spool the tape back to the day Angel Reese decided to write her own legend in permanent ink. Myth-making in real time. The birth of It's Not Just One Player. April 2024. American Airlines Center, Dallas. LSU has just stunned Iowa for the national title, and Angel Reese stands mid-court wagging her finger in Caitlin Clark's general direction. Overnight, the gesture becomes a meme, a lightning rod, a cultural Rorschach test. Within 24 hours, Reese sits on an ESPN set and says, with disarming calm, that women's basketball's exploding ratings aren't a Clark solo phenomenon. She is co-pilot on that rocket. Millions of followers cheer the defiance, but sportsbooks quietly update their WNBA rookie impact props to one name, Clark. Brands notice too. Nike lines up a lifetime deal for Caitlin. Angel links with Reebok, a fun partnership, but exponentially smaller in global muscle. Yet Reese's social footprint remains gigantic. Her villain embrace sells merch, and algorithms love a polarizing heroine who claps back at critics in real time. All she needs now is on-court dominance to match the bravado. The stat sheet, however, has its own publishing schedule, and spoilers are coming. Reality check, attendance, jerseys, and the brutal box office. Fast forward to summer 2024. Reese, now wearing Chicago blue, is indeed gobbling rebounds, 15, sometimes 19 a night. Crowds clap, highlight packages roll, but the turnstiles tell a cooler tale. Almost 8,000 fans a game, decent, but not denting supply and demand graphs. Meanwhile, mere states away at Gainbridge Fieldhouse, Caitlin Clark is quietly setting off small-scale economic booms. 17,000 plus seats sold every single night, preseason included. Ticket resale price peaking at $600 for exhibitions, not playoffs, not finals preseason. Jersey orders blowing past every WNBA record and ranking number 2 across all basketball behind only Steph Curry. When the Indiana Fever travel, host teams scramble to rent NBA buildings. When Chicago travels, arenas adjust their ushers' lunch breaks. Maybe. Reese's camp argues her social metrics rival Clark's. True enough. But bums in seats remains the league's primary currency, and their Clark is printing money like a central bank. Soon YouTube compilations title themselves Hype versus Metrics, Reese Clark by the numbers. Fans dig trenches. Pundits schedule segments. Reese, who once claimed equal ownership of the boom, suddenly looks like a stock trading at a multiple the earnings can't justify. Press room implosion. Hashtag next question goes viral. Nothing accelerates narrative erosion like live television. The Chicago press conference, meant to celebrate year 2 optimism, turns into an impromptu deposition. Reese's next question is instantly meme-ified. Freeze frame of her raised eyebrow. Captions like, when the receipts arrive. The clip crosses 4 million views before midnight. Within hours, Twitter Spaces debate whether Reese ducked accountability or simply refused to entertain a baited question. But most agree on one thing. For an athlete who built brand equity on owning her words, a public backpedal feels like kryptonite. ESPN's afternoon shows replay it side by side with Clark's 35-point preseason outburst. Commenters don't even need to speak. The split screen speaks volumes. Reese retreats from media for 72 hours. In that silent vacuum, speculation spawns. Is she rattled? Is she hurt? Is she expendable? Enter coach Tyler Marsh. The offense gets an overhaul. Right on cue, Chicago hires former Spurs assistant Tyler Marsh, a disciple of five-out motion and paint touches by committee. Marsh's first whiteboard casualty? The traditional bruising four, who camps in the lane gobbling boards. Translation: Angel Reese's comfort zone. Marsh's solution arrives via Sao Paulo, a 6'7" phenom named Camila Cardoso. She can run, she can pass, her mid-post jumper arcs like sunrise. In early scrimmages, guards giggle at the space her gravity creates. Even veteran shooters stick around after practice just to rep corner threes off her kickouts. Marsh calls Cardoso the hub. Reporters raise eyebrows. Where does that leave Reese? The coach offers coach speak about positional expansion and dual post versatility, but insiders know what's coming. Either Reese stretches her range or her minutes shrink like cotton in hot water. Reese is spotted at exactly one voluntary workout that week, then disappears to a pre-scheduled branding shoot in Los Angeles. The optics? Brutal. Cardoso is diving through pad drills. Reese is posting BTS clips with stylists. The hashtag next question narrative mutates. Now it's hashtag next camp. Numbers get louder. Efficiency, shot charts, and the modern W. The advanced metrics Reese once shrugged off now scream in all caps. Her rookie year true shooting, 47%, bottom tier for front court starters. Cardoso's final season at South Carolina, a cool 61%, with 42% of touches outside the restricted area. Analysts draft heat maps showing why modern defenses sag off Reese like she's holding a live grenade. Podcast hosts break down film, slow release, two-hand gather, telegraphed backdowns. You can't bully pro bigs every trip, one ex-GM says. You need a counter. Right now, Angel has no counter. Fans counter-argue. Rebound rate is an efficiency stat too. True, but as one assistant coach quips, rebounds are great, made shots are better. Meanwhile, Clark continues painting the league in neon. Her Now You Know campaign spawns pop-up merch trucks outside opposing arenas. A mashup highlight of her no-look pass to Aaliyah Boston sets the WNBA single-day TikTok record. And she hasn't uttered a single self-promotional syllable. The scoreboard speaks. Identity under siege. How do you stretch a brand built on the paint? Angel Reese's whole origin story is glass-cleaning menace. From high school mixtapes to LSU double-doubles, she marketed grit like Chanel markets perfume. Asking her to step out and shoot trail threes is like telling a punk guitarist to master Chopin for the next tour. Doable? Maybe. On deadline? Terrifying. Players who adapt often pivot early, in AAU or overseas. Reese is trying mid-contract, under national scrutiny, with Cardoso essentially auditioning for her minutes. Psychologically, that's Everest in flip-flops. Friends whisper she feels betrayed, not challenged. Instagram captions grow cryptic. A late-night post reads, "Loyalty is a two-way street. Don't get hit." Fans decode theories like it's QAnon for hoops. Meanwhile, Chicago's marketing team quietly rotates Cardoso into more promotional graphics. The silent emotion cuts deeper than any stat sheet. Fever vs. Sky, the marketing Super Bowl, May 17th, 2025. ESPN dubs it Ollie Frazier on hardwood. Scalpers treat it like Beyoncé night. Inside United Center, 23,000 seats are a pulsing live vote on whose brand truly moves culture. Broadcast opens on split screens. Clark working pregame form shooting, Reese dribbling elbows out with wired intensity, Cardoso calmly flipping hook shots. Clark starts the first quarter drilling two 29-footers, crowd gasps mixing cheers and groans. Reese answers with an offensive board and one, pounding chest, shushing doubters. Twitter erupts. Cardoso quietly racks up 4 assists in 8 minutes, her passes forcing rotations that open the floor like unzipped luggage. Halftime stats flash. Clark 14-5-4, Reese 6-9 1-on-3 4. 10 shooting, Cardoso 10-6-6. Chicago up 3. Commentators hint at a new hierarchy. Reese is grinding, but Cardoso's versatility is the system. Fourth quarter crunch time arrives. Marsh sticks with Cardoso at the 5 and 2 shooters at the 4, leaving Reese to watch a pivotal stretch from the bench. Chicago squeaks out a 1-point win, and the post-game presser door creaks. Reporters await Angel. She walks in first. Mic check. Deep breath. The same reporter from preseason asks if tonight proved she's still co-author of the growth. Reese, eyes locked, voice low, says, "I'm done measuring my impact in headlines. From today on, check the tape." She exits. No dodge, no meme, fallout, redemption arc, or early exit. Social media splits again, but tone has shifted. Many applaud the humility pivot. Others note she still finished with a 33% clip. Cardoso, for her part, praises Reese in podium interviews. Nobody rebounds like Angel. Iron sharpens iron. The front office schedules extra shooting reps for Reese, with a biomechanical specialist. 2 weeks later, highlight packages show her burying a baseline 15-footer. Fans chant Range L Reese. Efficiency creeps to 44%. Analysts concede progress. Yet rumors of European offers hover. Spain, Turkey, paycheck triple current rookie scale. Reese's agent denies nothing. Clark, meanwhile, continues vacuuming eyeballs. The league announces a WNBA streaming-only game peaked at 1.8 million concurrent viewers, another record. Bigger picture, what does star power actually mean? Angel Reese's saga exposes a deeper fault across professional sports, the collision between self-manufactured stardom and incontrovertible market data. In the Instagram era, narrative traction can outrun on-court evolution until it crashes into a scoreboard. Reese isn't the first, won't be the last. The difference is the pace. Social platforms mint headliners faster than coaches can retool jump shots. For leagues, that speed is double-edged. Bold personalities sell tickets, but if skill lags, the backlash is louder, and sponsors twitchy. Chicago's decision to gamble on Cardoso's wider skill set isn't personal. It's insurance against a tectonic shift toward pace and space. Caitlin Clark represents the prototype. Generational skill first, orbiting storyline second. She doesn't have to tweet that she's vital. Her gravity on defenses and bottom lines yells it for her. Reese's journey is a mirror for every young athlete who thinks hashtags equal longevity. They don't, unless you keep receipts on the court. Your call, chaos, growth, or both. So you've seen both blueprints: Chicago's pivot toward versatility, Indiana's all-in bet on an undeniable superstar who bends the universe without bragging. Which model wins the decade? Do you ride the drama and pray the skill curve catches up? Or do you accept quieter personalities if they warp defenses and ticket demand? Drop your verdict below. Should Reese embrace the stretch four grind or force a move to a system that lets her live under the rim? Would you trade a rebounding queen for a spacing maestro? We read every comment, and the spiciest might headline our next episode. Smash like if you crave more than hot take echo chambers. Hit subscribe so you never miss the hidden economics shaping the W. Ring the bell, because algorithms sleep on no one, and neither do we. Remember, one press room slip can shake a brand, but one reinvented jumper can silence an entire season of memes. In the NBA's new era, the distance from legend to footnote is sometimes just 2 words into a mic.